Good morning, YouTube. This is Abhishek, and welcome to my channel. This is early Saturday morning, it's 6 o'clock, and I've just left the Royal Enfield showroom in Tilak Nagar. Why was I at the showroom? Well, the Royal Enfield has organized a ride to Moorthal today, and there are like 12 or 15 riders, 12 to 15 riders which are going to Moorthal, and they've allotted bikes to everyone, all expenses paid. Fortunately, I've got the Himalayan, the BS4 FI version, which I'm riding right now, and I wanted to do a test ride on this bike for a very long time, and today is the day. I'll be doing a very long test drive, approximately 100 kilometers. So that's good. So we have left. The guy in the front is Mr. Dharmesh. He's the chief rider for Royal Enfield, and he's leading this ride. So the plan is that we refuel and we reassemble on the canal bypass, and then from there we ride in a group to Moorthal, have some breakfast, have some chat, and then back to Delhi. So that's the plan.
Break a bone, got me on my knees. You break my heart just to watch you bleed. I'm sick with love, sick like a disease. Don't call me up just so I can please you. I can't stand the way you're smiling.
So people, I've ridden this bike for almost 40 kilometers now, and I can tell you one thing: the stance on this bike is amazing, the ride quality is excellent, and the ergonomics are spot on. I'm just enjoying my ride. So since the ride is very long, we have to do about 60 to 70 odd kilometers. Let me talk about, or give you a brief synopsis of how I feel about this bike, and why this bike was launched, and how this bike was, under what circumstances this bike was launched, and all those necessary details while I ride. So this is a BS4 FI version, and it was launched in 2018 again, as 17 model was a failure, which was a carbureted version. This is an FI version. Now this particular, upon its introduction, this particular bike was actually praised for its like a good suspension and off-road quality or ability, I would say, and well, some criticize it for like having a relatively low power as compared to other siblings of in Royal Enfield. But Royal Enfield did a fantastic job in getting this engine setup, which is a LS10 410 engine, and LS stands for long stroke engine. So it's a unit construction of 411 cc, and it's a single cylinder oil cooled engine, which generates about 24 to 25 bhp at 6500 rpm, and about 32 newton meters of torque around 4500 rpm. And this is an oil cooled engine, and it has got a 5-speed constant mesh transmission. Basically the unit is a overhead camshaft, and they have moved from a traditional push rod design to more of a contemporary design, which was on classic series. Basically Himalayan, it's got a half split cradle frame. The front suspension is telescopic, and the rear is a monoshock suspension. It's got a 44 millimeter of travel at the front, and the rear is about 180 millimeters of travel. And the ground clearance of this bike is amazing. It is at a 220 millimeter, which is phenomenal, fantastic. That's why it's meant for off-roading. The stock tires are from Seat. The front tire is about 21 inches, and the rear is about 17 inches. So the front tire is bigger actually as compared to the rear, and it's got 300 of disc at the front with a dual piston floating caliper and a 240 single piston caliper at the rear. Now I want to talk about this instrument console. This instrument console of this motorcycle is new modeled. It includes the analog speedometer, tachometer with a digital display as well. It also shows a gear position indicator, which is nice. It also shows a trip meter, and it shows the engine temperature as well, which is fantastic. It also has a analog fuel gauge to show your fuel details, and a digital compass, which I really don't understand as of now. This Himalayan has a windscreen, and which can be manually adjusted, as per your height. And right now, the windscreen is doing a great job, saving me from that wind blast when I'm doing 80 kilometers to 90 kilometers an hour. The tank capacity on this particular bike is 15 liters, which I think is little less considering the fact that it's an adventure tourer, and the Royal Enfield should have given at least 18 to 21 liters of tank. That's my take on it, because Mahindra Mojo, if you compare it, it's also a tourer bike. That bike has a 21 liter tank. So I think Royal Enfield should have actually provided fuel capacity of 21 liters, or at least 18 liters. But 15 is also fine. You can't complain about it. But the better the fuel tank, you can go longer. So that's the whole idea of a touring machine. So that's pretty neat in terms of how the bike is performing on highways. I haven't had the chance to get this bike on for off-roading, because it's like a normal straight highway, and I'm just riding it at a constant speed of 80. But given an opportunity, if I can take this to off-road and test the ability of the bike. So the big question is, for who can buy this bike, or for whom the company has actually designed this bike, and who can actually buy this bike if they want to upgrade from their old bike, or probably buying it for the first time. This motorcycle is designed specifically with touring in mind, and features an upright sitting position. The seat height is 800 allowing the rider to be seated relatively low as compared to the overall height of the motorcycle. The motorcycle also mounts either sides of the tank, and this serves as the holders for jerry cans, as well as it's a protection for the tank guard. You can actually mount your jerry cans, or the trail pack bags on both the sides of the bike. It has the option for panniers if you want to do long rides. However, it'll be a little loaded. It becomes a little bit heavy. You can use saddle bags as well. So basically this bike stands out for a lot of features, and I would say the suspension is superb. The ground clearance is amazing. The seats are very well padded for longer rides, longer distance can be covered. The vibration is very low. Now that is something which I felt on this bike, because as compared to the Royal Enfield other contemporary lineup, every bike has a vibration. The vibrations are like gifts from gods to the Royal Enfield. Whenever they make a bike, vibrations will be there. Apparently, this bike does not have vibrations, and this is a used bike. I don't feel any vibrations while riding. The tires are sticky. I mean, it's okay. It's not super sticky, but they're like from C8, so there are off-road tires doing the job. Instrument control is amazing. I really like it. It got a long service interval as well. So once you do your first service at 5,500 kilometers, then you can do straight away second service on 10,000 and every 10,000, so on and so forth. So guys, we've reached Garam Dharam Murthal. I hope you like the review of the bike, and if you have any questions, let me know, comment down below, and I can answer those questions for you. So let us park, and now let's go inside and have some food, do some breakfast, have some chai, man. It was an amazing experience riding Himalayan. Trust me guys, this is something extraordinary from Royal Enfield, and a big thumbs up for inventing this bike.
एक बंदा है हमारा, काफ़ी बढ़िया है, कुछ भी बाइक से रिलेटेड सामान वगैरह लेना हो ना आपको, उसके पास चले जाओ। टैगोर गार्डन में चर्च स्ट्रीट के नाम से, उसमें आपकी सारी एक्सेसरीज मिल जाएगी। अगर आपको राइडिंग गियर्स लेने हैं या और अपने अलॉयज अगर बाइक मॉडिफिकेशन कराना है वो करा दो। राइडिंग गियर्स रॉयल एनफील्ड के लेना, बाकी
ओके फोक्स, खाना ख़त्म हो चुका है, ब्रेकफास्ट हो चुका है, सैंडविच खाया, मज़ा आ गया, कॉफ़ी पी। अब प्रोग्राम ऐसा है कि थोड़ी देर बैठेंगे, बातें करेंगे, एंड देन वील मूव टू दिल्ली. It was a fantastic ride. The bike performed really well, and I met a lot of subscribers as well. I made new subscribers, I made new friends. So Royal Enfield, thumbs up. Right, so breakfast done. Now plan is go to ride back to Delhi. Apparently we've switched the motorcycles. Now I'm riding a Thunderbird 350 2017 F5 model, and somebody else who wanted to test ride a Himalayan, he wanted to test ride, so I just gave it to him. So I'll be riding this bike back home. So I just want to thank you all for watching my videos and sharing and subscribing, and also liking. Any suggestions, really appreciate it. And I want to close this vlog here. Enjoy the rest of the video. Have a good day, ride safe, take care. This is Abby signing off. Ciao.
Comes the music. Boom, 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 boom. I'ma shoot you right down. Boom, 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 boom.